Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summerslam post-show. My name is BrendenPlayz. I have two special guests with me today. Say hello.
Hello.
What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwas97.
And we have Ian Hansen Wrestling as well. Some of you guys know him because I went on his show a few times. He's going to actually host it. I'm just hosting it on my channel, but he's going to do all the I don't know, the review kind of point of it, but I'll let him take it away, so kick it off.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're going to start out with the pre-show. And so I caught on the pre-show was a Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon video package. It wasn't bad. Actually, it was pretty good, but WWE's video packages are always good. Then we had RVD versus Cesaro. And there was a commercial in the middle of the match, and that made me mad. Cesaro did a Rolling Thunder. It looked pretty cool. The network froze for me. Cesaro did a really cool uppercut. And then RVD won with the Frog Splash. So, yeah. That's the first match. What do you guys think of it?
Well, I didn't see it personally. I woke up, put the network on, and then I saw the last seconds when he pinned him, literally. So I didn't see it, but I heard it was pretty good. But I didn't want to watch it because, you know, it was a pointless match. I've already seen Cesaro versus RVD a few times before, and it wasn't really pretty. So I did myself a favor and didn't watch it. But if it was good, cool. But yeah, I didn't check it out.
I thought overall it wasn't that bad. There was one interesting spot where, after RVD did the Rolling Thunder, Cesaro kind of mocked that. He did a little roll and then did his kind of stomp to the chest. But other than that, nothing really too big stood out.
Yeah.
I thought Cesaro's been great. I don't know if you guys checked out the 2K15 reveal, but he was fantastic on that. So I don't know what they're really doing with him, making him lose again. I'm not surprised that he lost though, but it would have been nice for him to pick up a win, especially over a part-timer. But whatever, you know, I guess they're punishing Cesaro for something, or they've given up on Cesaro, which I've heard reportedly they have, but they really got to start doing something with him because he's better than this.
Yeah. And next, we had Jake Tucker, I think his name was, or Mama's Boy, I don't know. He was stupid. Brock Lesnar versus John Cena video package. And Brock Lesnar is fucking sweet. That's all I gotta say about that. So now we're on to the pay-per-view. Hulk Hogan starts the pay-per-view by coming out cutting a promo, and all I gotta say about this promo is fuck $9.99.
Fuck that. Comes out and promotes the network. Why would you promote the network on a pay-per-view? Wouldn't you do that in the pre-show? Why would you do that on pay-per-view? We've already bought the fucking network. We're watching it right now. We're on the fucking network, or we just paid $50 to watch it on pay-per-view. Come on. Or we illegally streamed it live. Either.
It would have made much more sense if they did it on the pre-show, but, I mean, especially to kick off the pay-per-view, I mean, it just didn't really make much sense.
It's a fucking ploy to get Hulk Hogan on the show, give him a payday.
Brother!
God.
Yeah, just
he can fuck off.
Yeah, I'm done with this whole $9.99 advertising. I don't care that they promote the network, but they do it so much. Every single person on the show in their promo said $9.99.
The network turned heel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They could promote the networks in so many better ways. Because I remember, I think it might have been Jim Ross. He said the best way that he thinks you should promote the networks by having profiles of all the wrestlers who John Cena, and then you can see what John Cena watches and things like that. So he'll be watching a pay-per-view match, and he'll link that up to his Twitter, and it'll say I'm watching this. So immediately you get all these retweets and everything like that, and promotes the network easier. But instead, they just go over this cheap little ploy. They're trying to get $9.99 so over and as a chant, and it's so forced. It's so embarrassing. It's just, I don't know, man. They can promote the network, but do it in different ways than what they're doing. I don't know. The whole the flag on the headquarters and that. Jesus Christ, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, they're desperate for subscribers.
They really are.
Yeah. And next we had the opening SummerSlam video package. Good, because WWE's video packages are always good. Then opening match was Miz versus Ziggler for the Intercontinental title. And Miz got you can't wrestle chance. Ziggler hit an awesome super kick. Ziggler kicked out of a skull-crushing finale, and Ziggler wins with the zigzag. Yay. It was a good opening match.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to win, actually. I thought
I know.
Miz would probably win. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, Ziggler's champion again. How will that go? I don't know. You know, how long will he hold the title? I don't know. But I can't see it as a long-term thing. Maybe it might be, but I can see Miz winning it back or someone else winning it pretty soon, though.
I could see Barrett winning it when he comes back.
Yeah, I don't think Barrett's going to be back for a while, though.
Bad news, Barrett.
I could see Ziggler being a transitional champion, just kind of like holding it as a babyface to give it to another heel. I could see that happening because I can't see Ziggler actually getting pushed heavily as the Intercontinental champion. I see him holding it like a Kofi Kingston.
Maybe if Ryback could get a push and take it from Ziggler. Yeah.
Don't tease me with that. That's not gonna happen.
I was kind of surprised that Miz had won it in the first place at Battleground, but you know, I'm kind of glad they had him win it first because the whole feud that they had going actually brought meaning to the Intercontinental title. I'm kind of hoping we get some sort of a rematch at Night of Champions. But for now, I mean, who else is there that Ziggler could possibly face? I know you said Ryback. I mean, I think this is an opportunity if Barrett is out for, you know, an extended period of time, then, I don't know, we just need to do something to kind of bring more credibility back to this Intercontinental title, and hopefully Ziggler is the answer.
Dean Ambrose could be a good Intercontinental champion, too. I could see that.
I think Ambrose is above the belt at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it'd be, you know, a step back if he won the Intercontinental title.
I think it would be better to see Ambrose and Rollins compete for the briefcase rather than over a title.
Yeah.
I mean, after the Seth Rollins-Dean Ambrose feud, then give him the IC title.
I get the feeling after that, Ambrose and Rollins will be main event stays. And that is your cat going off. What is with you? Like, last time you had your dog going off, now you got your cat. That could be mine.
My pets hate me. I swear.
Yeah, I see Ambrose and Rollins being permanent mainstays in the main event division rather than winning a mid-card title.
Yeah. And, okay, so next we had a Brie Bella promo. It was not a bad promo. Finally,
that was probably the best promo she's cut in her life, actually. I thought that was pretty good.
She did something good on the mic for once.
Yeah, mark that down. That's a rare moment.
Yeah. And we'll get to that match later, but next we had Paige versus AJ Lee for the Divas title. This match was awesome.
Yeah, you want to know what I was doing in that match?
I do not want to know.
I was not watching it because I did not give a fuck.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. Okay, so AJ pulled out Paige's hair, apparently. Paige crawled on AJ.
I watched the first few minutes.
Yeah. AJ did a dive off the top rope to the outside of the ring. It was pretty cool. Paige kicks out of a Shining Wizard. Paige turns the Black Widow into the Cradle DDT for the win. And then
Rampage.
Yeah. And then Paige kisses AJ after. And this match was better than Battleground by a lot.
Definitely. I mean, Battleground wasn't really saying much, I guess you could argue. But, I mean, for a Divas match, you gotta give it some credit. I mean, this match that AJ and Paige put on tonight was a lot better than most Divas matches that I've seen recently. So you gotta at least give them credit for that. Hopefully it can kind of re-energize this division.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, I think Paige sucks. So
no, don't say
That's
that.
terrible.
Paige sucks.
You suck now. Okay.
AJ, since she's returned, has been lackluster. And
You're just saying that because she's against Paige.
maybe. No, well, I think I don't think AJ should be champion for a while. I think she's held the belt too much. Give someone else to go. So Paige being the champion, I'm happy with that, even though Paige does suck.
Well, yeah, because that was really the whole reason why AJ held the title so long, is because there was no one else. And now I guess that you've got Paige. Maybe she retains in a rematch at Night of Champions, and then you can... I don't know who her next challenger would be, if it's going to be Cameron, Naomi, whoever else.
I think they're going to bring up Charlotte. Whether or not they'll push her straight away into the belt, I don't know, but I could see it happening, and maybe Ric Flair will be her manager or something. I could see that happening.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool.
Give Flair something to do.
Yeah. So next we had Jack Swagger versus Rusev in a flag match. I thought the flags were going to be on like the poles or whatever.
What the hell is a flag match?
That's the only match I didn't like because I didn't get it. Like, what was the point of the flag? Like, it was out on the outs. I thought, oh, they have to grab the flag to win, and then Swagger was standing next to the flag for about 30 seconds. I'm wondering, why hasn't he grabbed the fucking flag yet? And then he pins him in the ring, and I'm like, oh, what? What's the point of the fucking flag? They didn't even pick the flag up to use it. Like, what was the point of it? I didn't get it. Like, the stipulation was just trying to make the match sound bigger than what it really was.
Yeah. So Lana came out, cut a promo on how LA is a terrible place. Soldiers came out for Jack Swagger's entrance. He used the Patriot Lock. Wait, what?
The entrance is kind of cool.
Yeah. Swagger used the Patriot Lock before the match started. Rusev locks on the camel clutch, and Swagger passes out. Rusev kicks Coulter, and then a flag got raised, I think. Like, behind him, I don't know.
It was per the rules of the flag match or something, whatever Justin Roberts said.
I don't know.
I mean, at least Rusev got some genuine heat out of it, so that's a good thing, hopefully.
Yeah, and then he kicked Zeb Coulter in the head after the match or something. That was a good idea.
He's a war hero, damn it.
He's a veteran.
Okay,
I thought the match was okay, though, but for what it was alright. I want to see them have maybe one more. I don't actually know. Probably the feud's over now. Maybe, I don't know.
I kind of think Rusev should move on, maybe go after the U.S. title. But I mean, if they had just announced this as a normal match, then it would have definitely lived up to the hype. But the flag match just kind of
the only reason why I thought Swag was going to win is because I thought it was going to be a flag match, and he had to, like a flag in the pole match where he had to grab the flag and not have to pin. So that's the only reason why I thought Swag was going to win. It was him have to pinning or submit Rusev. Yeah, for sure, Rusev was going to win that. But I thought this was a way they could have had Rusev lose, continue the feud, and have Swagger win without actually pinning Rusev. So Rusev stays strong, but maybe Rusev just makes a mistake. Or how he sold that ankle lock like a trooper, man. He sold that throughout the whole damn match. So kudos to him. But yeah, I thought they could have had Swagger win without kind of ruining Rusev's. I don't know if it's undefeated streak, but he hasn't been pinned yet. So yeah.
Yep. So next we have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a Lumberjack match. Their video package was pretty cool. Again, WWE always does good ones. So some of the spots was Ambrose suplexing Rollins onto the Lumberjacks. It took a lot of them out. Ambrose suicide dive takes out Lumberjacks. Dive off the announce table through the crowd to get to Rollins. Kane sends Lumberjacks to go get Ambrose back in the ring. The faces, like the Usos and them, get Rollins back into the ring. Ambrose dives off the top rope onto all the Lumberjacks. There's an enziguri into a slingshot clothesline. Rollins kicks out. Curb stomp by Ambrose. Kane breaks it up. They all start fighting. Rollins hits Ambrose with the briefcase to the head for the win. So, yeah.
Just before we get into this one, I want to say, people who are watching, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and after we get through all the match analysis, we'll answer your questions. But do you guys think this match was the match of the night? Even though it was Lumberjack, which I think they really did a good job. Even though it was a Lumberjack match, they really made this. They kind of work with the Lumberjack stipulation very, very well, which normally isn't the case. But do you guys think it was the best match of the night?
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, if it's not match of the night, it would definitely be second to the main event. But I mean, if it's not match of the night, I personally I mean, it's a really tough choice for me between the main event and this one, but I personally would probably have to say this was match of the night, just in terms of overall. I mean, in terms of storytelling, not so much, but I mean, overall, I thought this was really well done. The finish was great. At first, I kind of thought maybe Rollins was just going to escape, but I liked how they actually let him come back in and get the victory.
Yeah, I liked this match. It was best match of the night for like wrestling, because the main event only 16 German suplexes, but it was the best wrestling match of the night. But it wasn't match of the night. The main event was. Because fuck
I think,
John
yeah. I think they really made the Lumberjacks look like idiots. How they all just escaped through them all, and you know, we're out in the crowd for a few minutes there. But I think it was good. I think who won it? Rollins won, didn't he, with the briefcase? I think that was a bit weak of a finish. I think he should have hit the curb stomp
on
as
the
well.
briefcase.
Yeah, that would have been perfect, because I think Ambrose going down to a briefcase shot. Okay, sure, but yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit more. But I think it was a good match. I think it was not the match of the night for me personally, but I think it was, you know, probably second.
I'm like really hoping. I know I've said this before on one of your prediction videos, but I'm really hoping that these two end up feuding for like the rest of the year, because I see this. There's a lot of potential, I feel, between these two superstars, and they've only just begun to sort of scratch the surface. I mean, Ambrose and Rollins are obviously great workers, and I feel like, you know, just watching the promo package that they played before this match even began, I just think the build-up to this has been incredible so far, and I really hope that they can follow through with that. And I don't know, I would like to ultimately see this culminate in a TLC match, maybe just a ladder match for the briefcase at TLC. Yeah,
match.
I mean, I just, you know, after watching this match, you would have probably thought that a Lumberjack match would have been restricting. And I mean, it kind of was, because they had to deal with all the Lumberjacks and whatnot. But I feel that's ultimately just going to help this feud in the long run, because, you know, it keeps you waiting and waiting to see that one-on-one confrontation between Rollins and Ambrose.
Exactly.
And I really like that Rollins got the win, because it's going to keep Ambrose chasing after Rollins.
I think we could see this one finish at Hell in a Cell, in a Hell in a Cell cage match. I think that'd be pretty cool. If we don't see it for longer, I think we could see it culminate at Hell in a Cell. But I think you're probably right there. I think extending this feud for a long time, they have to try and probably find a way to, you know, keep it going without it just being one-on-one all the time. Like, you know, at Survivor Series, have them go against each other, you know, 5-on-5 or something like that. You can have a few singles matches before then, and then I guess at the end of it, have the Money in the Bank on the line. Because, you know, the storyline is no matter what Seth Rollins tries to do, Ambrose is going to stop him from cashing in. So Rollins is not going to be champion for a while, and I guess, you know, he needs something to do. So I think him and Ambrose being going at it more and more, I think is best for business.
I agree. Okay. So next we have Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt doesn't have Eric Rowan or Luke Harper at ringside. Before this match started, we had highlights of the feud. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was highlights of it. There was a sit-down interview. It was that. And then network advertisement, fuck $9.99. There was a DDT on the apron by Wyatt onto Jericho. The creepy walking bridge thing to block the lion salt. Bray Wyatt is the new dead man. He said it himself. Jericho hits the code breaker, but Wyatt kicks out. Sister Abigail to the barricade, and then Sister Abigail in the ring for the win. And then a Wyatt promo, and then he ends up singing. So, yeah.
Well, I think we all knew Bray Wyatt was going to win this match. I think it was much better than their Battleground match, to, you know, say the least. I think it was a decent match. I don't think it was that great, but I think it was still much better than the one before. I don't know. I mean, they just haven't really delivered. I mean, maybe in their third and final match at Night of Champions, they will, you know, deliver. I think maybe a stipulation could really help. I think Bray Wyatt's one of those guys that may need a stipulation to help get his matches over that next level. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it needs to be like no DQ or something. Maybe like an I Quit match, like you said on the predictions. And
I don't think it necessarily needs to be anything like over the top. It just something to
Well,
kind of.
the next match will be Jericho's last, so there needs to be a way for him to be written off TV. So an I Quit or a last man standing match would do the job.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd.
I wish Jericho was staying around till Hell in a Cell so they could have a Hell in a Cell match to finish it off, but whatever.
Well, even then, if they want to push it off till Hell in a Cell, they could possibly, have the Wyatt family attack Jericho, and that could write him off for a while if need be. Although I don't really see that happening.
I think Jericho's schedule won't allow him to compete at Hell in a Cell because he's going on tour.
Oh, damn.
Just after Night of Champions, I believe. So the Night of Champions, he'll be done. So they need to write him off somehow. So I think they will go ahead with some kind of stipulation. Will it be a big one? I think maybe it should be. I think maybe we already saw Bray Wyatt in the Last Man Standing match. So I think an I Quit match. Myself personally, I'd like to see an I Quit.
I think they could make that work.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do something like that, I would like to see them kind of like. I mean, what I saw in this matchup, they kind of brought it back. Like, we hadn't really seen as much of a sadistic Bray Wyatt. Like, back at his match at Royal Rumble with Daniel Bryan, he was like, I saw him sort of bring back some of the things he did there. Like with Jericho, he like smashed his head up against the ring pole, and then the Sister Abigail into the barricade. Well, yeah.
He did the ring post.
Well, I mean, like where he like slammed his head up against it and then like basically threw him.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He acted a lot creepier, like with his eyes and just the looks, and was laughing when he was doing everything. I don't know. I think you're right. He needs to continue doing more of those mannerisms.
Right now, I think it's just the point of bouncing back from that loss to Cena and bringing out that sadistic side once again.
I think the whole Wyatt family, since the Cena thing has really dropped quite far down. I mean, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they're Lumberjacks tonight, when really they should be tag team champions right now, I think. So I think the Wyatts they've been pushed down the card a bit. I think they've got to try and find their way back to the top, because I thought Bray Wyatt was establishing himself as a permanent main eventer, but obviously it's kind of dropped down a little bit. Not because of Jericho, I just think that loss to Cena has really hurt him.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm writing down a question.
Who do you think Bray Wyatt will feud with after Jericho? That's probably a big question. Could we see him maybe go, like if Ambrose and Rollins is finished, maybe go down that way?
Go with Dean.
Imagine Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. Imagine that match. That'd be fucking great promos. We could see maybe Bray Wyatt does challenge for the Intercontinental title. Maybe he goes after Ziggler or something like that. That would be okay. I don't know. There's not who would you really? I guess you could go Roman Reigns as well, but I think Roman Reigns will be tied up with Triple H hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't think putting Wyatt and Reigns together would be the best idea, because one of them would
the match would be shit, but
yeah. I mean, right now give Reigns a little more time to break out as a single superstar, and I don't think right now, if you're trying to build these two up, I don't think putting them against each other is the best idea, right? Like anytime soon.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
I'd probably say the same with Ambrose. Well, that's more so just kind of keep the sort of fantasy match, hold that off for a little bit, put Wyatt up against some other superstars.
WrestleMania, Ambrose, Wyatt, that'd be good. I'd like to see that. Yeah, book it.
I think we'll see that at least down the road. Like, I mean, there's plenty of time to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to rush these guys too much. I think that's the thing. We give these guys some time to have a slow build up, and don't try and push them too hard, or they will fall, because we've seen it so many times where look at Del Rio got the super push and it just never worked. Sheamus got a super push, it kind of worked, but it fell away. So they really try, and Ryback as well got a super push, and then when he lost his first feud, he was done. So they need to just slowly push these guys up. I mean, Bray Wyatt, mean, him losing to Cena, I think, has hurt him, but I still think he's fine. I think he can, certainly come back
Save
from
himself.
it. But I think with Bray Wyatt, though, he's getting very repetitive. His promos, he's becoming a little bit stale. I think he needs to try and introduce a few different things to his act, because I think he's just kind of a bit stagnant at the moment. Not really, I don't know, he just hasn't really produced anything different compared to, like the Cena and now Wyatt feud, Jericho feud.
Do you think Bray Wyatt could turn face?
I don't think so. I think he could, but I don't want to see it because his whole character is, what is he? Just, he thinks he's God. How can you be a babyface if you think you're God? So it wouldn't make sense in his character to turn face. But I could see it happening. I mean, I think the crowd tried to kind of turn him face, didn't they? Like, really cheered him a lot. Those cheers have died down now.
The crowd has always been behind him.
Yeah. But they, at one point, I suppose with Cena, whoever takes on Cena is loved, so that's why the crowd was really hot for him. But now he's taking on Jericho, it's more, I think, leaned towards Jericho. People don't sing along to the song anymore. And they don't clap along to his theme song, which I think sucks. I think if I was there, I'd be clapping along to his song when he comes out. I think that's how it should be. But just on that, did you think the crowd was good tonight? I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, I like the crowd.
I think at times the crowd was really good, but at other times it was just kind of boring.
Yeah,
it had its moments.
Yeah, I think they delivered when they had to. The crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, we ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Never.
Okay.
We're never moving on.
Okay.
You can move on for $9.99.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, so next we have Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. It was the same promo, or same video package they played on the pre-show, but it was still good. Stephanie McMahon hit not a bad DDT, and I think there was an advertisement for the network because I wrote down fuck $9.99. Triple H comes out and Brie locks in the LaBelle lock, but Triple H pulls referee out. Brie goes running through she dove through the middle ropes kinda and kicked Triple H. Then did the yes chants. Nikki Bella turned heel by punching Brie and then pedigree for the. So yeah.
Jim Ross called it. Nikki Bella joined Stephanie McMahon.
I think everyone called it, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't want it to happen. I knew it was coming. Didn't want it to happen. And I don't know. I can't really justify, why would Nikki Bella turn her back on her sister? I can see it now in the storyline, though. You think about it, you look back, Nikki Bella was getting her ass kicked every single week. What did Brie do about it? Nothing. And when Brie came back, it was all about Brie. It was not about Nikki. It was just all about Brie. Brie. So I think we'll find that Nikki will come out tomorrow and just be like, look, my sister stole the spotlight from me. I was getting my ass kicked every week. She never tried to help me, never did anything about it. Instead, she just came back for her own kind of personal issues. So she kind of betrayed me in a sense already. So, I'm trying to make a name for myself here or something like that. I don't know, but I think that's the kind of the way they'll go about it. But I think the match itself, though, I enjoyed it. I thought Stephanie was fucking fantastic. I mean, geez, she must have trained really hard for this match because she was great. I mean, she was on, spot on with everything she did, and she looked great. She really just impressed me. I think a lot of people said, she's way better than Brie. I think Brie, though, still, held up her own. She did some pretty cool spots. So I think it was a good match. And obviously, Stephanie just kind of bullied her at the beginning, and has obviously a big size difference. I mean, she's looking pretty damn. She's looking a bit jacked for a woman. So I thought, Stephanie was obviously the highlight. I think the better of the two, but certainly Brie stepped up for this feud in general, and they gave it a lot of airtime. They gave it a lot of video packages and everything like that for a Divas match, but I certainly think it did deliver, and obviously the heel turn as well just makes it even bigger. Stephanie winning, I guess it justifies it with the heel turn, so can't really complain about the match, and obviously her using the pedigree's nice as well.
Yeah, the match was okay. It wasn't the best wrestling match of the night, but it was still pretty good. And now that Nikki's heel, do you think Cena could turn heel?
No.
No,
They
not at
haven't
this
even
point.
they haven't even acknowledged Cena and Nikki on WWE TV yet, only on Total Divas. So they haven't even acknowledged it. So people saying, "Oh, will we see Daniel Bryan versus John Cena with the two bells in the corners?" I don't think so, because whenever they ever acknowledge Nikki Bella with John Cena, they're not going to.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
think
see
we're
them
gonna
ever
have
really
to.
doing it.
Well, after what Lesnar did to Cena tonight, I think we're gonna have to see Cena first before we can see him turn heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think that Cena's going to be on TV tomorrow, let
Oh, I
alone
hope.
turning
Oh
heel.
my god. I
Unless
swear.
he's in like a neck brace wheelchair, he'd have to
Oh,
really.
they won't do that to Cena. God no.
Oh, I
When
hope
have you
Cena
ever
doesn't
seen
show
Cena
up.
in a fucking neck brace in a wheelchair? Never.
We'll give him the Zack Ryder.
Cena comes out on Raw, he'll look like $1,000,000. He won't even look like he went to war last night. He'll look like, oh, don't worry about me. I took 16 German suplexes, but I'm fine. Oh, just another day at the office. That's what it'll look like. But anyways, get back to the match. Brie and Stephanie.
I
Did
love
you think
that.
did you think it delivered?
Yeah, it did. It definitely did for what I was expecting, at least. So.
I was expecting a lot worse, actually. I didn't think it would be as good as the match as it was. I thought it was just going to be a bit of a cat fight, but they actually kind of put on a good match for their abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Gotta
was
remember
kind of
that.
in the same.
Stephanie's like mid-30s, and she hasn't wrestled in 10 years, so she's, for what it is, she's put on a pretty fucking good performance.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat there. I mean, I knew the build-up was going to be really well, and I thought it was going to, deliver to that, but I wasn't really expecting much of a technical sort of match. But I thought these two put on a really good show, and Stephanie, you would think, if you didn't know her better, that she would be, like an actual diva on the roster. So I thought her performance was that well. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm forgetting my English here. I'm sorry, it's late. It's
That
like
good.
1:30 here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it delivered.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Do you think we'll see Nikki versus Brie at the next pay-per-view?
Yes.
No, I think they'll hold that off for a little bit, to be honest.
I think that Nikki Bella getting thrown in here would be because I feel like we're going to get another match between Brie and Stephanie at some point, and Brie's going to get the win. But
Survivor
I think Nikki Bella's going to kind of be that in between, the person to kind of get them there. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see what Nikki Bella, what her whole reasoning behind this is, and we'll see how far they go with it.
I think what's going to happen is Brie is going to lose to Nikki at Night of Champions, then Brie's going to beat Nikki at Hell in a Cell, then it's going to be Brie versus Stephanie at Survivor Series, and Brie's going to win. So.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to play it out. It's interesting.
Diva Survivor Series tag.
No, don't even entertain that thought. 5-on-5 Divas match. Oh my! I'm going to be taking a long piss during that because I'm not going to want to watch that shit.
Okay, no. Which team gets Eva Marie?
Oh, we'll have to be Team Nikki, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do they even have 10 Divas?
I don't know.
Yeah, they have to have some somewhere in there. Whether
I remember there was a time. I remember there was a time when there was like 7 Divas. So I think they may have more than 10 now, but please, yeah, don't even entertain the thought though. Like it'll have to throw in like fucking Rosa Mendez and Eva Marie and
Alicia Fox.
Paige, Alicia Fox isn't bad.
Emma, even though Emma's Australian, she still sucks. They'll probably even throw Paige in there just to make it even worse.
I mean, if
I think Tamina's injured, but yeah, who cares?
Wait,
well, yeah, I know she's injured. I don't know how severe.
No, hopefully it's forever.
Right, forget what I said. We're going way off topic here.
Yeah. Okay, so
next match.
Next thing is actually a promo. It was Mama Boy's promo, I guess. I don't really give a fuck.
Does he actually have a match on NXT?
Yeah. I don't know if he won or lost, but he had it.
I watched a video of it. Like I stumbled across it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I saw it. I'm like, ugh. Some little geek trying to get his moment. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but I don't know, man. I don't want to see that crap. So thank God it's on NXT, something I don't even watch.
Yeah, NXT's gonna be stacked when they get Steen, Devitt, Kenta, and I don't who else is going. Willie Mack. They're gonna be stacked.
Someone
So,
said to tell Ian I said hey. DVB Mal.
oh, I know
He
him.
said tell Ian I said hey.
Hello.
So he says hey. But yeah, our next match. What is it? Orton and Reigns.
I believe so. Let me check. Yeah, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. I'm definitely on the Roman Reigns bandwagon now. I would be okay with him being the top guy because this was a pretty good
I've
match.
been on the Reigns train for a while, baby.
I think this one would be to give more credit to Orton in this matchup. I'm still, I'm kind of waiting for one more.
Orton fucking carried this match. He was unbelievable during it.
Yeah, Reigns doesn't have my full support as a singles wrestler. I mean, one more good match, and I think I'll be behind him, but I still have a little bit of doubt left.
Yeah. So, some of the spots were a Super Samoan drop by Roman Reigns, a spear got turned into a power slam, flying clothesline turned into an RKO, and then a punt kick reversed into a spear for the win. And yeah, I liked the match.
I was very disappointed that we didn't see more moves from Roman Reigns because I like Reigns. I don't know if he's my favorite. I think he probably would be out of the full timers, but I want to see like a few extra moves being pulled out from Reigns because at the moment she's doing like the punch, the Samoan drop, and the spear. So he's just kind of on that fucking kick thing he does. So he's got to really expand his moves a little bit before he's going to be able to put on a good 20-minute match, obviously. But Randy Orton. Some people say Randy Orton is not a good worker. Randy Orton
He's an amazing
is unbelievable. How good was he tonight? He just makes everything look so easy.
Yeah.
It's amazing how he does that.
His character might be boring and his promos are boring, but he's a really good in-ring worker.
I don't even really think his promos are boring. I usually enjoy his promos.
I agree. I think his promos are pretty good. I mean, yeah, he gets a lot of flack, but I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of the greats of all time. He's unbelievable, and he really kind of carried Roman Reigns to a good match here. I think Roman Reigns held up his own in some parts, but obviously Orton doing the cool RKO spots were great, and that power slam as well. Man, that was sick. So
yeah,
Randy Orton, kudos to him. Do we think we'll see another one between these two? I don't think so. I would like to see Reigns start his thing with Triple H. I think that's probably where we're headed. I don't know. That was a big rumored match. Obviously that was a rumored match for Summerslam. But when they went ahead with Orton, which I don't really complain about that. I think that's probably a good idea. Kind of set the mark. Get Roman Reigns another big victory before he does go after the boss. So I don't know. Where do you guys think this is going to be headed? Where do you think Roman Reigns and Randy Orton are headed next?
I personally think that they should try to get another match out of this. I mean, we saw what Orton did to Reigns a few weeks ago, and I'm sure Triple H could always just have some sort of conversation, something about the Viper, and Orton could just be right back at Reigns, because I mean, like Triple H said, he's got to get past Reigns to get to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm sure they could easily make some sort of a storyline for a second match between these two. I am really glad that we got this one, though. I mean, I think Reigns could use a feud against Orton before Triple H, because this can easily segue into a feud with Triple H, because Orton's the Authority's top guy.
Yeah, I think Randy Orton versus...
Well, Brock Lesnar's the top guy now.
Yeah! I think Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns is going to go on to Night of Champions. In a stipulation match, Randy Orton's going to win, and then Hell in a Cell, not necessarily in a Hell in a Cell, but maybe, and then Reigns wins there, and then put Reigns versus Triple H in the Survivor Series match, then TLC at Royal Rumble, and finish off that feud. So
I don't know. I don't think they're going to get 3 matches out of this one. I think it might be just a one-match feud. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. Maybe we see Reigns versus Kane. God, I hope not. But I think we could see something like that, and then maybe he gets to Triple H. I don't know. I want to see Roman Reigns versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell. That'd be awesome. Triple H is just one of the best in the Hell in a Cell. I think you really put on a good match with him there. Whereas, a normal one-on-one match between the two, I don't think would be that great. I think Triple H is the kind of guy at this age needs a stipulation applied to kind of amp up his matches. So I think a Hell in a Cell would work well in his favor. But I've spoken about this before. I want to see Team Triple H versus Team Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. So if they can get there, work their way up to there, I think that'd be great. Whether they have one match before, so they have the match at Hell in a Cell at the 5-on-5, and then finish it off at LC, and then Roman Reigns goes to the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, goes to the Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, etc., etc. So I think that might be a way they can build it up. So maybe you have one more match of Randy Orton at Night of Champions, then you go to Triple H, then you go to Survivor Series TLC.
Yeah. So, next match is, oh my god, I love this match. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
This is like your dream match, man. I bet you were just having the time of your life watching this.
Actually, I wasn't. I was so scared throughout the whole thing. I was standing up, like, yelling, like, come on!
I was laughing through the match. I was enjoying it.
Did you guys hear that little kid who was like by the microphone always cheering, "Let's go Cena"? That was
I caught that.
Oh, that was like one of the most annoying things. That's really the only gripe I had with this match, was just that one kid. But I gotta say, props to Cena for putting over Lesnar like he did.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. But
build it up.
Video
Come on.
package?
Build it up.
Yeah, build it up, man. Video package was fucking sweet. I think was it a different one than on the pre-show? I'm not sure, but it was fucking sweet with Lesnar.
So.
I think they might have modified it a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the prelude for it on the network?
Oh no, I forgot. Damn,
Yeah.
I'll watch it after though.
Yeah, it's like basically the same thing, but like the interviews they show are the full interviews, not just the snippets of it. But yeah, it was good.
Okay, so they start out. Cena charges him, and instead of like at Extreme Rules 2012 where Lesnar drops him, he gets like the upper hand at the very first 10 seconds, and then he gets put into an F5 within like 1 minute, and it's amazing. And then Cena voice crack.
And that was the match. That was it. He got pinned. It was over.
That would have been amazing. But then
No, that would have been horrible.
That would have been amazing.
A 1 minute main event for SummerSlam. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck Cena. That would have been awesome. But Lesnar's a beast. Then I had a network freeze and pissed me off. Later in the match, after Lesnar
I'll tell you how this match went down. German suplex, German suplex, German suplex. Times that by about 6 more times, and then an F5 in between, and then fucking a few more German suplexes. Cena gets a couple punches in. Lesnar punches him back even harder and fiercer, and he starts kneeing him in the ribs and everything. And then an F5 at the end. Before that, a few more German suplexes. Cena, he makes this epic comeback, gets Lesnar out in the STF. I thought, oh my god, if Lesnar taps here and Cena, I would have, I probably would have unsubscribed to the network just out of rage.
Me too.
Oh well,
I would have been one of those little angry nerdy fans. Oh, fuck Cena. I would have been one of those tonight. But yeah, as it was, I mean, Lesnar just brutalized John Cena during this match. I thought at the start, after the first couple of German suplexes, that Cena fucked his neck up or something, or got concussion for real, like the Undertaker did, because they were brutal. Lesnar just threw Cena around like a little rag doll, like a little boy. It was amazing.
Yeah. So Lesnar kicked out of an AA, which was reversed from an F5. I have a whole page just that says Lesnar is God. Lesnar beats the shit out of Cena. Then Cena is into an
we don't need to go.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into specifics. Lesnar just beat the shit out of Cena, hit the F5, got the finish.
Lesnar wins clean. That's the biggest part. He won completely clean.
This match, what a story it told. Look, people complaining that it's not a great match. It was a shit match.
5 stars.
It was a fucking great. I wouldn't say 5 stars, but it was a great
match.
That's
5 stars for me.
They just told a wonderful story, and Cena just got his ass kicked, and that's exactly the way Lesnar should have won. But I'm shocked that they actually did that. I thought Cena would have got his offense in, would have got his comeback a few more times and would have, got a lot more offense in on Lesnar, but really the whole match was just Lesnar just dominating Cena the whole time. Cena got like 10 seconds of offense in here and there, and that was it. And then Lesnar would just come back with a big knee to the ribs, and that was Cena done. It was amazing.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was 5
Don't
stars
forget
for
about
me.
the part where Cena hits the AA, and then Lesnar just sits up like the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Laughs,
And it
sticks his
starts
tongue
laughing.
out,
Yeah.
and then he does that little Brock dance. And Cena's just in the corner, like, wondering.
Yes, that was amazing.
I
Yeah.
loved the match.
Brock Lesnar, like, honestly, like, who is going to beat Brock Lesnar? I mean, if he does actually stick around for I wouldn't say full time, but like he works every pay-per-view to WrestleMania, what a treat we're going to be in for him. Because, I mean, tell you what, this match is great. I think he can maybe have one more with Cena and then move on to someone else. So, I don't know. I thought, yeah, definitely this one was a match of the night, and bring on the new reign. Bring on, like, this is like a new era in the WWE, I think. Obviously, tomorrow they're going to debut the new logo and everything, so they really kind of are starting a new era and starting it with Brock Lesnar as the champion.
Yeah.
So, do you think we'll see, the question I put on my Twitter, I think, do you think we'll see Cena on Raw tomorrow? And if not, do you think we'll see him kind of sell his injuries and maybe take a month off? Because I know he's been doing some movies recently. He just done, I think he filmed the movie Trainwreck, which will probably be a train wreck. But do you think we'll see him on Raw? And do you think we'll see him at Night of Champions facing Lesnar again?
I hope we don't see Cena until the Royal Rumble. And
I don't think it'll be that long.
And then
That's just
Lesnar
because you
beats
don't
him.
like him.
Yeah.
If
that
you had
would've
your
been
wish,
good.
you'd never see Cena again.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, I love this match. It's great.
Well, I mean, if they want to really, like, sell this match and the beating that Cena took, I think he should be gone for a while. I kind of just thought of this idea, but it's probably really far-fetched. Instead of having, Lesnar drop the title to Reigns at WrestleMania 31, maybe hold it off to WrestleMania 32 and have Cena come back and face Lesnar at WrestleMania. I don't know.
No.
But, disregarding that whole idea with Lesnar having this super huge title reign,
That'd be awesome.
I honestly don't really think Lesnar needs to defend the title at every single pay-per-view. Like Night of Champions, I think, after what just happened to Cena, people could just be so intimidated that, I mean, they don't have the guts to challenge Lesnar after what happened. Cena should be out of commission for, at least a month.
Storyline-wise, yeah, you're right. But in terms of business and trying to sell the pay-per-views, let's face it, the Intercontinental Championship is nothing. US title is nothing. They didn't even defend the tag team titles on the show tonight. So unless they have some really big top-of-the-line personal storyline feuds, I mean, if you had Triple H versus Roman Reigns, that could sell a pay-per-view. You wouldn't need the title on that show. But if you don't have the world title on the show, it's very hard to sell the pay-per-view, especially now with Lesnar being the champion. And Cena possibly, maybe storyline-wise, being out. It'd be very difficult to sell the pay-per-views without the championship belt.
Well, what if maybe they held off Cena's return, like maybe they keep him out for a month, but maybe he returns to face Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell for the title? I mean, just kind of considering this huge, beatdown that he just took. If you put it in the Hell in a Cell, things would only get more brutal. Think that'd be a good kind of follow-up, or do you think that might be a bit too much?
I think that'd be great. I think you could probably play off, like, if you really wanted to, you could have the authority, similar to what I did in my universe mode. You have the authority to just treat Lesnar like a god. Like, oh, look at this almighty Lesnar, nobody can beat him. As a reward, I'll let you take the month off. You don't need to defend it at the next pay-per-view. Maybe we'll do some contendership matches or something, and maybe Cena can face somebody there and, win a number one contenders match, and he faces him at Hell in a Cell and he gets his ass kicked again. And then maybe you could have Lesnar. I think Batista's going to be coming back soon as well. I think rumored, probably might be on Raw tomorrow. So, I think Batista will enter the title frame pretty soon as well. Maybe I want to see Lesnar versus Batista at Survivor Series, but yeah, so that's certainly another guy you can kind of throw on the mix as well with some potential feuds.
I'd like to
I
see
think we could
Batista.
also going back
Okay.
with Roman Reigns. I think we could see Batista and Roman Reigns maybe have a match, have a bit of a
Yeah.
feud as well. I think that'd be okay.
I'd like to see Batista and Lesnar at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
I think they should go through with that, and while I guess Batista doesn't really think he'd make a good heel in this sort of PG era, I think, you know, if you at least get that one big match with Brock Lesnar, especially after what, you know, how he kind of split from the Authority, and he would, you know, you could see him coming back as a fan favorite. I think if you at least do that, and I don't know, maybe if he like snaps afterwards if he loses or something, I personally would think he doesn't have to be like a full-blown babyface, because we saw what Cena did. He was saying how he had to bring out this other side of himself that you don't normally see. Well, we didn't really see much of it, but, you know, you kind of have to scrap and claw with Lesnar, and that's something Batista could probably excel at. So I don't think he really would need to be, like, babyface, but he could, you know, be the person the fans cheer for just out of pure hatred for Lesnar.
I think
no
if
one hates Lesnar.
I think the problem might be if Batista comes back, will he be cheered enough to be a babyface? I don't think so. I think the fans are still kind of butthurt over him. You know, from what I read tonight, I put out some tweets saying, yeah, I want to see Batista in that, and I immediately got a reaction of saying, no, fuck Batista, we don't want to see him. So I still kind of think fans are still bitter over Batista, even though like he just put out a great fucking movie, which I still haven't seen yet, but I really want to. And, you know, Batista's the man. Like, honestly, he deserves way better than the kind of reaction they've given him. You know, he may be my favorite of all time, but still, I think, you know, he deserves a big kind of one more great run. I don't think he should give it up just yet, but I think, you know, maybe another year and then have a big payoff match at WrestleMania 32. Like, he wants to do Triple H versus Batista at WrestleMania as his last match, so maybe at 32 we could see that. So I think Batista deserves a big run, but I can't really see him coming back as a babyface, though. I just don't see him going to be cheered. Maybe if he kind of, like I put the idea of Batista perhaps betraying the Authority during Survivor Series or something like that, or, you know, I don't know, just I think it'd be very hard for Batista to be a babyface right now, because I don't think it's been enough time that has passed for him to get cheered again.
I think he needs to come back at the Royal Rumble, but not win it this time.
No, I think he should be back before then, because he's ready to go now. He's like, he's got nothing on now. So, and they need a Batista like to put over some younger guys as well. And I think we will see Batista hold the title one more time before he does hang it up as well. So probably won't be for a while, but maybe next year. I don't know, but yeah, I think. Holding him off to the Royal Rumble again, I think would, you know, geez, wouldn't he get booed if he came out the Royal Rumble? Or just a surprise return of the Royal Rumble, he would get booed pretty badly because people would be thinking, oh no, it's deja vu, he's going to win it again.
Oh, that'd be funny.
But, I don't know, we got any more thoughts on this match?
Best match tonight.
Cena and Lesnar match?
I gotta say, Cena, I mean, if I didn't respect him before, I do. You know, it's just that much better now. I mean, he put Lesnar over clean. It wasn't, you know, a questionable finish or anything. He took his ass kicking like a man, and he put Lesnar over, and now it's just kind of the question of who can touch Lesnar. I mean, if Cena couldn't do it, he's, you know, the face of the company, you know, no sells everything, but yet, you know, Lesnar beat the crap out of him for like 20 minutes straight. I mean, Cena didn't even stand a chance. So it kind of gives that question, who can beat Lesnar? So that's why, I mean, I don't really see anyone who could really step up and challenge Lesnar. I mean, unless, you know, it's like a Batista. But, I mean, I don't really know if that sort of matchup can play out with them both being heels. But, you know, maybe someone could come back, or, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of going long-winded on this. But, you know...
CM Punk return imminent. He's coming back.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I agree with that. Lesnar and Punk again? Fuck yes.
Oh, that'd be good, but it's not going to happen. And Daniel Bryan might be back for a while either, so really they just kind of have to find a bit of a filler for now. But we have some viewer questions if you guys want to get into them. Some of them are like regarding SummerSlam. Some of them are pretty random as well. So
I've written most of them.
I've got a lot laid up here anyways. But
Okay, so I have a few more things. What was the worst match tonight?
Ooh. Don't even ask Brendan this. I know what he's going to say.
I know. Fuck you, Brendan.
Well, considering I didn't even watch it, I don't know. I can't really. From what I watched, it was the flag match, but
Exactly.
there's probably a reason why I avoided the Divas match, title match.
Yeah. My least favorite was the flag match.
I'd probably have to go with the flag match just because, it was kind of confusing, the whole stipulation to it. But if I want to talk, like, wrestling and that sort of thing, well, no, not really. It was just sort of the finish with Cesaro and RVD kind of left me scratching my head. But other than that, I'd probably have to go with the flag match.
I didn't watch that, but did they explain at all what was the situation of the flag match? Because when I was watching, I don't remember them explaining how to win the match.
They didn't.
Nope. They said afterwards that, per stipulation, the flag is raised in the Russian national anthem or something like that, but really beforehand, nothing was said about a flag match. Just like, here's a flag match.
Okay, overall pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was really confused with that match. That's why I didn't like it.
Yeah. Overall pay-per-view rating, mine, 8.5 out of 10.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably have to give it, maybe a 9, maybe not 9.5. I'll just stick with a 9. Because I think this pay-per-view, for me, left more of a lasting impact than even WrestleMania 30, in my opinion, just because of, every match in the card I thought lived up to the hype, and, just that finish with Lesnar just beating Cena.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not going to forget that anytime soon.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to change mine to 9 out of 10, because...
I have a question. Do you think this one was better than last year's SummerSlam?
Yes.
Yes. It's not even close. This SummerSlam blows it out of the water, in my opinion.
Yeah, last year's SummerSlam was 7.5 out of 10. This year, 9 out of 10.
Do you think Cena and Lesnar was better than Punk and Lesnar?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I think told more of a story. I mean,
Better
not to
story,
say that
but-
match didn't tell a story, but this one, I mean, I haven't seen a story told like this in a while.
I would probably still say Punk and Lesnar was a better match. That match.
I mean,
was
like, if you want to
phenomenal.
say a better wrestling match.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, obviously, but
Just like
I still
all
think
elements.
I don't know. I think maybe overall, I still probably. I don't know. It's hard. They're both very good, so you can't really kind of pick a clear, definitive winner between those two. But I think this year's SummerSlam is probably better than last year's. So what did we have last year? Like Del Rio versus Christian, and I don't know.
Cena, Bryan.
What was
Cody
it?
Rhodes, Sandow.
I
I will always remember that match. I like that match.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Big Show in a match? I don't know.
The Ring of Fire disaster.
Oh, that was shocking. Yeah. This
Big
one
Show
was
had to
better.
light each other on fire in that match.
I think obviously what this pay-per-view missed was a tag team match.
Yeah.
We should have. I think if they had done Show and Henry, who have been built up on SmackDown, put them against the Usos, I think that would have been an okay match. I think
Just an
get the-
impromptu
get the-
tag match.
Yeah, get the tag guys on instead of Cesaro and RVD, which meant nothing. I mean, Usos have been killing it on pay-per-view. Why are they not even on? Like, when they had those matches against the Wyatts, they were fucking great.
Yeah, those were matches of the night.
Yeah. So why are they not on the pay-per-view? That's just beyond me. Like, what the fuck are they doing with the tag team division? I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
Well, they had the Usos on main event in a triple threat tag titles.
but
They
that's
put
main
together
event.
Sheamus and Van Dam, some random team. I
Yeah,
think they could
and
have.
Van Dam singles on the card, like SummerSlam. Like, I didn't get it. Like, what is their booking right now?
I mean, I think they could have maybe put together some sort of like maybe triple threat tag team or something like that they've done in the past. Where if you don't have a definitive contender, like you said, put together a team like Big Show and Henry, maybe Ryback or this Big E, Kofi, Xavier Woods alliance. Unless you don't want them to compete, then you could hold them out. But kind of get my idea here.
And then, as well as that, I mean, even Sheamus, the U.S. champion, doesn't have a match. So that's the thing. Like, you have. This is the reason why people don't take these titles seriously, because they're not even fucking defended. Like, the U.S. title, must be the most least defended championship I've ever seen in the WWE. Like
Rusev needs that belt.
Dean Ambrose held that title for about a year and defended it about 3 times. Sheamus has held the title for a few months now, defending like a couple of times. So they've got to get these titles on the pay-per-view and make definitive, like, meaningful stories around it. US title should have been Jack Swagger and Rusev competing over the title. Like that, like, not a flag, the title. But instead, they have won the belt for some reason. They should have just done an impromptu match the main event, give Rusev the belt, and had the title match Swagger versus Rusev.
Yeah.
It would have meant, it would have elevated that feud even more. But I don't know, what the fuck. Like WWE, they really kind of fix their mid-card titles.
Yeah. And
Uso's not on the pay-per-view is a travesty.
Yeah. So, are we ready to go to the questions?
Well, what other questions you got for me? You got any more?
No, I'm ready to go to all the other questions.
I got one from J&T Productions. He says, do you think it's dumb that they had the Miz Intercontinental Champion for 1 month or shorter and defending it one time and then losing it?
No. I personally think that Miz winning the title made Ziggler's win just that much more meaningful because, Ziggler was going to win the Battle Royal, and then Miz just sneaks in and throws him out. And then I think, it gave us a storyline, something behind it to lead up to SummerSlam. Whereas if Ziggler had won the title at Battleground, I mean, they could have made a storyline, but I don't think it would have been as authentic, if that's the word I'm looking for, as good as the one that Miz and Ziggler put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I think that I agree with Mathis that Miz should have, won the title there like he did, because it makes the win here meaningful. Puts a feud around the IC title instead of just random matches, which gives the belt a little bit more meaning. So I like it. It worked.
Yeah. Another one from Abortion Survivor. What a name. What do you think about Orton getting sick of the Authority and challenging Lesnar for the title, just like my Universe mode? Do you think we could see that? I think we kind of talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I think Orton needs to get a couple wins first.
Yeah, I think we could really see that happening.
I think that could happen around Royal Rumble. Just to have them have one match and Lesnar wins. Because I think every opponent Lesnar faces from now on, he should only have one match with until WrestleMania with Reigns, and then
you could kind of compile them all in the Elimination Chamber, kind of like what Brendan did in his Universe mode.
Exactly.
Da Chief. Also, if Rollins vs. happens again, what stipulation do you think fits best, or at least which stipulation should be their last match of the feud? So, if we have another match between these two, what should the stip be? Here's a stip.
In Night of Champions, I'm thinking like Falls Count Anywhere, and then at Hell in a Cell, make it their final match or final singles match till TLC. Make that Hell in a Cell, then have them be one on Team Authority, one on Team Reigns, and then have their final match at TLC for the briefcase in a TLC match.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much how I would book that feud. That's what I've got this whole idea around. And by the way, the Chief Sage, I know that's you. Shout out to you.
I think instead of Falls Count Anywhere, I'd probably do a street fight. I think that kind of suits it a little bit more. Even though it's essentially the same fucking thing, but they go out to the crowd in the parking lot quite a few times, so maybe I guess probably actually if you think about it, Falls Count Anywhere probably makes it better. But anyways, Swagger King. Hang on.
Come on, guys. I'll be right back. You answer a few questions.
Well, the Chief asked, who do you think is the next runner-up for the world title? I think we kind of talked about that. Julio Canis, I think I butchered that name. Who will be the next big thing when Cena leaves? Well, I don't think Cena's going to leave for a long time, so I think obviously Roman Reigns is the guy they're kind of pushing right now. There's the next big thing. I don't know, not really that many questions about SummerSlam here. So you guys are a bit poor with your questions. I'll have another refresh, see if we got any more.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, it got really quiet when you left. You got a lot of background noise.
Okay.
When do you think the WWE World Championship will split again? That is from Antonio Person.
If there's ever a brand split again, that's when it'll split. So
I don't think it's gonna split. I don't want to see it splitting because we saw what happened with the world title. It just became a glorified, mid-card belt. So keep it together. I mean, you see now Lesnar is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. How much that means. Lesnar is the man now. So it just makes him the top dog in the whole company. So having the one title just means so much more now to be champion, and it's so much harder to be that champion. So when you are that champion, it just means the world.
yeah, I think they're not gonna ever. Well, I think they'll split the title eventually, but not for a few years when they have all their younger guys now built up to be top stars, and they have Raw and SmackDown be different brands, or maybe just Raw and a new brand or something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. One last refresh, see if we get any more questions. No, that's about it. So, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? I think we probably covered everything, really.
A chance. This is one question I wrote down. Is a chance of Jeff Hardy return?
Yeah, I saw that one.
That's not happening.
Well, no, I think it will happen. I think he's still under contract. This is more like a Let's Talk Tuesday question. I think he's under contract until February. So if he was to come back, I think it'd be after WrestleMania next year. And just talking about that, what do you think of Bully Ray? He's leaving TNA, so do you think he'll come back to the WWE?
Yeah, I think so. That's a possibility.
Do you think we'll see Team 3D have one last run in the WWE? I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, see them be tag champs and drop it at like a WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something and put a younger team over. I'd like to see that.
Would you see Bully Ray coming back as a singles guy? Could you see that?
If he comes back with Devon, then it won't be a singles run.
Yeah, but like if Devon wasn't there, do you think the WWE should still sign Bully Ray as a singles guy?
Not for main event, but for upper mid card, yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts, guys? Anything else?
I enjoyed the pay-per-view. It was amazing. 9 out of 10. Lesnar kicked the shit out of Cena. Go follow me on Twitter at EHWrestling78. Subscribe to my YouTube. It's in the description. And that's about it. And Mathis just left. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's gone. Make sure you subscribe to both Ian's and Mathwiz's channel. Regularly on Ian's channel, we do a lot of discussion. We do pay-per-views, and sometimes I even come on to shoot the shit about anything. He likes to talk shit about whatever is on his mind. Mathwiz is back in the call, so he can quickly plug his shit before he leaves again. Or not.
I'll plug it for him. At Mathwiz97x on Twitter, and his YouTube's in the description.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me? I think my mic cut out.
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
can.
you're good now. You're up to the part where you meant to plug your own shit.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I'm sorry my mic cut out there for a second, so I didn't get to answer any of those questions. But I don't know if it's showing up in the stream or not, but I apologize that my if my profile picture doesn't show up with the actual
No, your
picture.
profile picture is fine. Your profile is actually fine.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, so sorry for stalling, but obviously my YouTube channel, Mathwiz97x, go check it out. Follow me on Twitter at Mathwiz97x, and that's about it.
Yeah, so you guys like Universe Mode, so if you like mine, you got to check out Mathwiz's. It's fantastic. So get on that. Quick message from me. Thanks to everyone for 10,000 subscribers. It's amazing. I'm going to be doing a 10,000 subscriber special. That'll come out tonight, probably. So that'll be me just shooting the breeze about my channel and the history of it and whatever. So that'll be out later tonight. Thanks, guys, for checking out the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We may do this one. Yeah.
I'm going to start a Universe Mode in 2K15 when I get my PS4, so, yeah.
Nice.
There you go. So, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. We may do this again at the next pay-per-view. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the time aligns again. We may see this one again. So thanks, guys, again for coming out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you all next time.
Peace.
Keep on YouTube and.
And yeah,